Okay, hey guys, and welcome to the second or third video I have for my channel today. And I had an African violet, but the cat knocked it off the shelf, and I really wanted another one, so I went up to King Soopers today and bought this African violet. It's still in a little bit of bloom, but they're wilting, so we're gonna have to cut those off. And I'm gonna show you how to transplant it. What you're gonna need is a plant, a pot, and a stone. You're gonna need some dirt. And you're going to need some water. So the first thing you want to do is take your plant out of its original pot. Now I've already looked at mine and looked at it and inspected it, and it seems to be doing fine. It doesn't have that many roots though, so technically it doesn't need to be repotted. But I don't like the pot and it's ugly, so I'm going to go ahead. And what I'm first going to do while it's all together still is I'm going to prune off the flowers. These are just basic pruners. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to set you down. I went to King Soopers on my bike. And so what you want to do is just go down to the base. Be sure you don't snip any leaves. And just cut them off. As you can see, the blooms are half dead. And since I'm repotting, they're going to fall off anyway. So, again, plants, when they're blooming, don't lose their blooms. Don't bloom once they've been transplanted until they're established nicely in their new pot. So what I'm doing is I'm just going to cut off. So first things first is pruning. Now normally people like to prune after they're transplanted, but it's a lot easier when it's in its old pot because the dirt isn't all over the place. It's just a lot easier. Then prune off any dead leaves. I picked one that didn't have very many dead leaves, and I pulled those off at the store. Okay. So now that we're done with our pruning, so as you can see, there are the buds, or the blooms, and then here's the plant. Okay? Again, it's got a few dead leaves, so just throw them away. So now I've gotten all the blooms off. Okay? Now I see another bad leaf here, and this one could actually be propagated since it's halfway. And so what you're going to do, whoa, oh my gosh, I'm trying to kill myself with the pruners. Okay, and I'm just going to prune off, just like this, down as deep as you can get it. Prune off the dead leaves. And that was just about the only one. So next I need to do is, again, it was like $3, pull it out and inspect the roots. Now as you can see, it doesn't have that many roots, and so I don't think it has very big root bases. And so I'm going to stick it in my new pot just to make sure it looks nice. And it's a little low, but that's what the product is going to look like. And so again, a few more dead leaves on it, pull them off. Okay, so I'm going to have to do is loosen the root ball by just tearing it apart, throwing away the... We're kind of gentle with these because these are kind of fragile. These are more on the fragile side of plants. You don't need to remove a lot of just the base dirt and the side. You don't need to like completely tear it apart. That's with those other kind of plants like orchids. You have to get every little piece of old stuff. And this is actually styrofoam. The company that grew this, it's not King Soopers because they just buy them, but the company that grew it takes moss and styrofoam beads. And I thought that was an excellent way to conserve and reduce pollution, because if you're using it in plants, then that's just even better. Because then it adds extra drainage. They don't disintegrate, obviously. That's why they're pollution. And now if I set it in, it's a lot lower. Okay? And so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take it up now. I'm going to set it back in its old pot. And I'm going to fill it with dirt. I'm just going to take some of this dirt. This is nice fluffy dirt. This is special dirt. I don't know where I got it. Remember, but then you're just going to fill it to the bottom. Kind of pack it down. So there's a little bit of dirt in there. A third. Again, don't do it over your dish because then the dirt just gets all over in the dish. So then you need to set it in. It's a trial and error type thing. Making sure. And that's about correct. It's about right. Make sure it's nice and centered. And I'm going to go ahead and set you down now. I'll give you a view. Okay. So now I'm just going to take some dirt, set it in my dish here. This is the nice new dirt. Again, our car is breaking down, so there's all kinds of car parts and stuff here. So I'm just going to take it, send it in the center, take some more dirt, and just backfill. Again, my grandma had these, and she taught my mom how to take care of them, and then my mom actually taught me. And so it's kind of special. I like African violets. I like the more traditional yet interesting looking ones. Like mother-in-law's tongue. I love mother-in-law's tongue because people have used it for a long time. And then it's also got a unique and interesting shape that stands out. When you have just a green, like a pothos, they've been around since the beginning of time. And BC actually was when they started taking these and harvesting these. I don't know what they used them for. I'm sure they didn't use them as houseplants, but I know that they did harvest and grow them. I don't know why, but if you go to Howcast, it'll and like go to Google and say how to care for an African violet. Because again, it's been a while since I've cared for an African violet. And it'll give you like little fun facts about the plant that you have. I thought that was cool. Since BC, before Christ, they've been using these plants for something. Again, I don't know what they're for. I don't think they're actually from Africa. I don't think these Africans are really from violets, but yeah. So that's a cool fact that I learned. Again, when you have them, be sure to get all this dirt off of them, okay? Because that looks bad. And I think in the dirt, the water in the dirt leaves lime scale on the leaves, and that's not good either. So again, I have a shear. I have a southern window, and I have a little shelf about 5 inches away from the window. It's right in front of it, 5 inches away. And so that's where this guy's going to sit. I have a shear. I drove, because the first African violet, I drove all the way up to Denver. Mainly because of my African violet that I got on clearance. And it lived for a couple years. And it was kind of getting sickly, so I transplanted, and it was sickly, and it started to get a little better, and then the cat killed it because she knocked it over. So we're going to have to keep this. I put tinfoil in the window, and that seems to be working. I also put lemon lime juice from my dad's alcoholic beverages, I call them. So that's how to repot a plant. So I've backfilled. This is my finished product. I've backfilled around. And there's my pot. It's kind of icky. But then I just set it on my dish and water it. You might want to use African violet food. I did not buy it because I'm going to wait till next year. Because it's fall. I bought this in the fall time. I transplanted it in the fall. Now, it won't be getting new buds for probably at least a year. It'll have to get established. First, it'll have to go into the growing season again, because right now it's dormant. It is fall time, and I think it's just going to sleep now. So, it's going to go to sleep now. And again, since I'm actually, well, now, ignore that. And so it's a pink African violet. This is actually the prettiest flower. I've never even had one. As you can see, it's got a few buds, but again, transplanting it would have just killed it. I could actually put these in a vase of water, and they probably would grow. So what you can do with your flowers is just put them in a little cup of water. It's an itty bitty little cup. I don't think you can propagate the flowers, I don't think, but I think you can do something else with them. So you could just put them in water again. It was like $3.99 or something. It's a 4-inch African violet. And so, and then to care for it, I do not water ever. And my African violet, I never watered it through the dirt. I always kept the dish full. I always kept it full. Let's see. African violet here. It says $3.99 for the violets. And then this little dish here, I bought it for another plant. It was like for 50 cents. So, yeah. So thanks for watching then. All you have to do is clean up your mess. So thanks for watching how to repot an African violet. I'll show you in the light. Thanks for watching.